What's up guys, Matt over here with Lethal Camaro, and today we are looking at a very special car, a car that has heritage that began in 1988 in some little shop at GM, and the first ones were built in Van Nuys, California, not too far from where I'm actually at, but it all started with the IROC Camaro SS 1LE. Now many people don't realize how far back the heritage of the 1LE really goes. It starts with basically the 3rd gen, carried to the 4th gen. 5th gen it was reintroduced, and now we have it back with the 6th gen. Now these cars have always followed the same sort of formula, carrying a tradition over from the original team that invented it. Now most people will ask, well, where's the car you're reviewing today? Well, that would be this bad boy right here. This is a 2017 Camaro 1SS 1LE, and it is fully equipped and ready to go. Now what makes this car unique? Now this car, again, is purely focused as being a track car. And just like its heritage, it was invented to compete in the Showcase series, invented back in the late 80s. And GM needed a car that could put up a little bit more muscle and power and handling on the track. And the heritage continues on. They continue to bring this car out, keeping in mind that necessarily from the 5th gen and 6th gen, there's not a series for these cars specifically to compete in, but the day and age has changed. A lot of us go to the track all the time, like to hang out on our cars, do all sorts of great stuff with it. So GM wanted to create a car that spoke to that class of people, and luckily they've carried it on for the 5th and 6th gen, and these cars have sold pretty well, and they've had a pretty good following. So what actually makes this car unique? First and foremost, limited slip differential is one of the bigger items that has always been included with the 1LE. For those of you who don't know, limited slip basically allows the power from one side to the other to be evened out, so you get the best grip, best traction across the board. Now the difference in this 6th generation is it's an electronic setup, which it works a lot better than the previous generations. Now some of the stylistic items, the black wrapped hood was introduced, I believe, in the 4th gen. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but they carried that over the 5th and 6th gen. It does have unique wheels. It does have a trim package, so you have your front splitter, you have the mirrors, you have the spoiler, also the diffuser in the back is a slightly different color, and it definitely just makes this car stand out per se. Now, what makes this car the performance car for the track? One, whole new suspension system. So this is an upgraded suspension system from the SS. You're going to get the magnetic ride control stock on this car. You get the GM performance suspension, and you get the 6-piston 2-piece front Brembo brakes, along with still the Brembos in the rear, but they're not 6-piston. Some of the other items that you'll get on this car is the MPP, or the quad tip exhaust system, which is controllable. And on top of that, within the car, you do get to control the sensitivity of the mag ride. You can control your exhaust note, etc. Also the suspension in regards to turning. Now, the setup here, you do get a new gear ratio on this car. It's a 3.73. And you get the track cooling package, and the track cooling package specifically speaks to the engine oil, or cooled with engine oil for the differential and the transmission coolers. Interior wise, you do also get a few upgrades that stand apart from the other cars. You get the standard Recaro front seats with bolsters, and then suede steering wheel. You get the suede short throw shifter, and then you can get the added performance data recorder, which is equipped on this car. Now, touching on the wheels themselves, again, these are 20-inch forged aluminum wheels. They are wrapped with Goodyear Eagle F1 tires, and these are a unique F1 specifically catered for the Camaro. And the tire size, you get 285 30/20s in the front, and then you're going to get a beefy 305 in the rear, and again, that's a 30/20 as well. Now, one thing that necessarily isn't true to the heritage of the 1LE, and there's a lot of people out there that are slightly upset about this, and that comes down to the V6 1LE offering this time around. Now, basically that car gets all of the parts and pieces from the SS, except for some exclusive wheels and a couple other parts and pieces, but this is the first year that you can get a V6 1LE. It's a cool looking car, but it's not, I don't think it's nearly as cool as the SS. So I think the next step here is actually giving this car a drive, sitting in it. Let's feel how it rides with the specific tune mag ride suspension for this car. We'll check out the PDR, we'll see the Recaro seats, etc. And let's see how this bad boy handles around some corners and curves and stuff like that. So let's get right on into it. So interior wise, if you guys are not familiar with the new Camaros, this is the interior from the 1SS. The only difference is because this is the 1LE, you do get the suede wrap steering wheel, shift knob, and the Recaro seats, which we're sitting in. I'll give you a better picture of what those look like shortly. And then also the PDR actually sits right up here. Can't necessarily see it, but if you go into the main menu, you control your PDR right from here. You can see, look at you doing some recording sessions. All legal, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, the car's really nice. The Recaros, I mean, I'm a big guy, and they hug me pretty tightly, almost to the point where I'm like, yeah, I need to lose about 10 pounds. But I don't know how the Recaros fit for you. Pretty good?
Yeah, they're snug. I like them. Comfy.
How tall are you now?
5'10".
2'3"? What?
Yeah, okay. 5'10" on my tippy toes.
5'10", so he fits pretty comfortably in there. Again, I'm comfortable, but it's a tight fit for us big guys. But then again, it's a track car, so get over it, right? Stop crying.
A Sasquatch, so.
Stop crying. Okay, we're gonna go for a drive. So this is a nice fun stretch of road that I always love testing my suspension changes on. There's some really good cornering. Get a little downshift in there. Oh yeah, you totally got this at this speed if you want it. Nice. Dude, those tires are holding on.
Dude, that was outstanding.
And the best part about it is these Recaro seats had me planted at 40. Yeah. So handling wise, the 2017 Camaro 1LE, it's a monster. I will say it can take corners way better than my car currently. And I say currently because I'm getting the sway bars for this car. And new tires. But these Goodyear Eagle F1s, they are pretty awesome. They grip so much better than the stock run flats that come on the SS, and way better than the Pirellis that I have. Now, the Pirellis I have, like, I have to warm them way the heck up for them to grip, and I don't like that. These things seem to just grip no matter what, which is great. But outside of that, I mean, at high speeds, cornering, just driving with the combination of the suspension, the Goodyear tires, the Recaro seats, like, you just feel planted all the time. And I'm pretty sure we only took the car to like 60% of its capacity. You know, but he didn't want to throw his car off the road on 1 month of ownership. Yeah. But it's a great ride. Now, I will say the ride quality is a little bit more rough than a standard 1SS or a 2SS. And that comes down to the fine tuning that GM did with the mag ride setup and the suspension. Is it a bad ride? No, by no means is it a bad ride. But as someone who's been driving in a 2SS and has driven in a normal 1SS, this is definitely just a little bit, I would say it's a little more stiffer would be the proper word to describe it. But outside of that, I don't say, it's not like bumpier. I mean, you definitely feel dips a little bit more when you hit, but you know, if you're familiar with the 6th gen Camaro, you might notice, as someone who is maybe used to getting into a track car consistently, I think this car is probably one of the more smoothly riding cars I've been in a long time in regards to track focused specific cars. Even like the GT350, all the different Mustangs, like, good God, Mustangs, they're so floaty at times. And then when you get into the GT350, it's like super rough. But again, it's a track car, so it's not bad rough, but it's definitely more rough than this ride. So just like the standard SS and the 2SS, you do get the mode selector. You have track, you have sport, you have tour, and you have snow ice. Again, you have the electronic parking brake. Most people hate this thing, but whatever, it is what it is. Have our manual 6 stick. Again, the car is only available with a manual, so you can't get this with the A8 Auto or the 10-speed. And you know, and the difference here is these change the speed of the airflow coming out for all the vents, and then on this side it's the heat and cold. Whereas in the 2SS it's a dual zone setup. So sorry guys, no heated seats, no cooled vented seats. Do you still have the heated steering wheel? No.
Nope.
Not even a heated steering wheel. If you're looking for those amenities, you'll want to get the ZL1. Because even the ZL1's Recaro seats have heated and ventilated seats. 6'5" as a passenger, I fit nice and snug. So we also get heads-up display. So that's one of the features carried over from the 2SS. But I don't know. What do you think of the heads-up display? I've never been a real fan. Like, my eyes, I almost think my brain's not totally tuned into it all the time. I always find myself looking down at the main area instead of it right there.
Yeah.
So again, behind me I have a 2017 Camaro 1SS 1LE package. This car does come with the 455 horsepower, 455 torque. Comes with much wider tires than your stock SS. Again, the 285 30/20s and the 305 30/20s in the rear. The car comes with a whole slew of features. Again, it is a 1SS package, so you're not going to get the dual climate, you're not going to get the lighting package, you're not going to get the front and rear sensors or the side alerts like the 2SS comes equipped with. So it's very much the base 1SS, but it is focused for the track. So again, you're going to get the upgraded differential, rear slip differential. You're going to get the specially tuned mag ride control for the 1LE. You're going to get the 6-piston front brakes. You're going to get the full new suspension from GM for the 1LE, and I believe it's the same on the ZL1. But again, this car is built to be a track monster, and honestly, for the price of this car, I don't think you can beat it for a daily driver and going to the track car. Again, this car is putting down numbers really close to the GT350R and basically matches the GT350 on the track for about $20,000 less. That is if you can find one of those cars for, you know, retail price, sticker price off the window. But again, this car is a beast. Everything included. This color is amazing on this car. And again, it's the 1LE package. There you have it, guys. That is a 2017 Camaro 1LE. Now this car is a beast. It handles great, it drives great, it looks great. I think the design aesthetics really set it apart compared to the other options out there. But you know, make up your own mind. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys like what the 1LE is? Do you like the way it looks? Do you like all the content? Regardless, if you hate it or love it, post below, let me know. But as always, guys, thanks for watching the content. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, support the channel. Come check out all the other videos I've been working on. Lots of crazy stuff. Got a lot more V8 videos, install guides. Remember, I got my full upgrade stuff. I have Pro Charger coming. I got V6 guides coming. And yeah, more reviews. So if you guys don't subscribe, likes, comments, shares always appreciated. But until next time, and until next car, I'll see you on the road. Like, be safe. Stop.
I didn't know what rev matching was.
Wow. Wow. Anything that does something for you automatically, it's cheating.
Apparently.
Makes you less of a car enthusiast, supposedly. Oh, I'm an idiot.
What?
I didn't hit record on the GoPros.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.